Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Nine. Welcome back to Slay the Renee Way. Today I'm going to dive into a really creative and fun topic, business ideas inspired by your zodiac sign. So let's just say whether you're an ambitious Capricorn or you're a very driven and motivated Virgo, I've got the perfect business idea for you. Let's jump right on in. If you are dreaming of starting your own business, but you need a little spark of creativity or inspiration, or you are completely out of ideas, I suggest that you let the stars guide you, because there are a lot of things that we can gain from just knowing our sun sign. Like I said, whether you're an Aries or whether you're a Capricorn, there is a business idea that is your ideal match. If you're interested, you can go ahead and skip and fast forward to your zodiac sign. I will have the timestamps down below in the comment section. Or if you're interested in learning more about each zodiac sign's ideal entrepreneur match, watch the entire video. Don't skip through the ads for me. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in, starting with Aries. So the very first zodiac sign is Aries. Aries are born between March 21st and April the 19th. So if you're an Aries, you are super fiery, super dynamic, very driven, very motivated, and very like action-based, very I'll get things done. Y'all are like the bold and fiery trailblazers of the zodiacs and of entrepreneurs. Aries pretty much thrive on like energy and leadership and cultivating. I just love the fiery spark that Aries have. So why not try to put that business idea into like a fitness studio or something where you're actually doing physical activity, teaching other entrepreneurs how to start their business, personal training, or just something that's adventurous. So if you like are into traveling, maybe you could do like a travel guide business. I definitely would say that fitness is probably like my most common heard of thing. When I'm thinking of Aries, I'm thinking of being motivated to do something physical and active. So definitely think about doing a fitness studio business. If you're into dancing, if you already play sports, maybe you do a YouTube channel or a business idea where you're doing something dedicated to a specific sport. So like I said, fitness or personal training. If you're into training it for any type of fitness goal or things like that, maybe you come up with a personal training guide or a gym guru. Like you could be a gym guru where you literally are setting up personal workouts per your client's request or what their meal plan is or what their busy schedule is like. That I feel like is an ideal business for an Aries. But there are other ideas for you guys as well, such as like event planning or anything that's adrenaline related. I feel like if you are into event planning, like such as party planning or throwing big gigs and things like that, maybe you come up with an event planning business where you work with your clients one-on-one to plan their dream event. Another thing is, like I said, sports coaching or something with an athletic gear. So say you're not into working out for yourself, but you see that there is an area where people could use a specific type of gear in the gym or at home to work out. Maybe you come up with like an elastic band line or come up with something that is specifically geared towards working out, but it's an actual product or an ebook. Like I said, I definitely think that something related to sports and physical activity is the best thing for an Aries. Let's move on to Taurus. So my Taurus, if you're a Taurus clicking on this section of the video, your birthday is between April 20th or May 20th. Taurus gives me very practical, patient, and luxury loving. Comment down below if I'm hitting the nail on the head with that. Practical, patient, and luxury loving. So let's talk about a business idea for a Taurus. What is the ideal business for a Taurus? What comes to mind for me is something very high-end or spa wellness retreat type of vibe. When you think of a Taurus, you think of luxury. So I'm thinking something where there's a high-end luxury feel to it, whether that is selling face mask or doing a service where you actually perform spa services in a spa-like studio. Or you're giving tips on how to create a spa-like environment for your home by creating a makeup, by creating like the eye mask with your brand logo on it or something. Or maybe you sell like bath trays or bath soaks and salts and things that you can create to make a spa feel at home. That gives Taurus vibe to me. But then there's another side of Taurus where it could be like gourmet baking. Maybe you're into baking and you can create a side hustle at home where you literally bake goods. Another thing I think of is like interior design. Like I said, Taurus are very luxury driven. It has to look good, it has to be aesthetic, and it has to be high end. So maybe you help people with their interior design. You come up with a plan to help them navigate their space using their specific space and what items they can buy within their budget, or something with furniture. There's a lot of different things that you can do with high-end luxury furniture and interior design. My last suggestion for a Taurus would probably be like a floral design service or gardening service where someone is gifting their loved one flowers and you come up with a specific bouquet of flowers that fits the vibe of the person that they're gifting them to. Maybe you have several different arrangements already pre-made, or you just help them source the right type of flowers if they're buying online. However you do it, I feel like Taurus, give people something that they love based on their aesthetic, make them feel high end and luxe, and then you have a great business idea. Those are just a few. There are plenty more that you can do. I'll, like I said, comment down below some for you if those are not one of that you're interested in. Taurus, you just have very impeccable taste. So going from interior design to gourmet baking or floral design, or even maybe aesthetic, maybe you're a stylist. All of those things fit into Taurean categories because it gives beauty, luxury, and comfort. I really like those ideas for Taurus, but let's move on. Let's move on to my Geminis. Hey, Geminis. Hey, Gem Gems. If you are born on the days of May 21st to June 20th, you are a Gemini. Now, when I think of Gemini, I think of communication, I think of writing, I think of intellect, I think of the communicator. Geminis are the communicator of the zodiac. So we're naturally very curious. We are adaptable in our energy. We are very free-flowing and easily adaptable into any atmosphere that we're in. But we also like to talk. Let's be so for real. We really love to talk. So for my Geminis, a perfect business idea for you would be a social media marketing agency or just social media in general. I don't care what you're doing. Get in front of the camera and start to talk. Your voice is your power as a Gemini. You are an excellent communicator. You have a really curious and intellectual mind where people are stimulated by your thought process. So like the way that you think, the way that you communicate, the way that you articulate are all things that if you take those things and synthesize them into a business idea, you will thrive. So say you like writing. If you love writing, put your words into a book. If you like to talk, create a podcast. A podcast would be an ideal business for a Gemini. Geminis are just amazing at multitasking. So you can handle doing multiple tasks at one time. So think about something where you are creating a scenario where you're like a bookstore co-host or something, or maybe you sit in a bookstore and you give your favorite reads of the month, or you're talking about the most trending topics on the book of the month, or what author recommends based on which genre of books that people like to read, whether it's romance, horror, thriller, or sci-fi, whatever the case may be. It's something where, because you are showing like how much information that you can collect at one time and how many things you can do at one time, you can show people how to balance that. Another really good business idea, and see, this just came to me. There's my Gemini peeking in. Another good business idea for you, Gemini, is helping people to learn to multitask. So you could be a business owner where you are literally sitting there helping people to organize their day by what's the most important task to the least important task. So you could be someone's personal organizer. I don't know how you would make that into a business, but I feel like there's a way for you to do that if you're catching my drift. Or you're not doing it for someone as a service. You're on YouTube explaining how to organize your busy 9-to-5 life with your parenting life, with your social life. How do you do it all? And there's somebody out there who really needs that, Gemini. So keep that somewhere in your mind. My last suggestion, because we are like the intellect of the zodiac, one of the intellects of the zodiac, tutoring services. Like you could literally do online courses or teach someone how to do something as a course and thrive, because the way that you communicate, the way that you are able to take multiple different pieces of information, compile them into one and make it make sense to somebody, that is your skill. But don't sleep on communicating as well. So like I said, a podcast, creating audiobooks, or doing like subliminals where you literally just do affirmations on YouTube or something like that. Keep in mind, communication is key for a Gemini. So think about how you can take what you naturally do and create a business for it. I love my Gemini. So yeah, go ahead and get started, girl. Hey, Cancers, this is your portion of the video. If your birthday is between June 21st and July 22nd, you are a Cancer. And there's so many good things that you can say about the Cancerian zodiac sign. But to name a few of you guys' best traits, you are nurturing, you are empathetic, and you are family oriented. They call us the mother of the zodiacs because we give that comfortable energy that like, I want to nurture you. I want to take care of you. I want to make sure that you're okay. I want to love you. So Cancerians, you guys are just full of love and empathy. Now let's take that and turn it into an entrepreneur idea. How do we do so? Think about mothering. What about like a daycare service or opening a daycare center where you do children-based activities for families and you create an atmosphere where their children feel welcome and nurtured while the parents are working their 9-to-5 job? I feel like that's just like a top tier Cancerian entrepreneur idea. Or you do a babysitting service where you go to parents' homes to babysit their children while they're doing X, Y, and Z. Whatever it is, it has to be something around children, activities that not only stimulate them but keep them busy and teach them all while doing something loving and nurturing and engaging at the same time. That's an idea that came to mind last night. I really love that idea. I used to babysit myself. It was a really good business. So make sure you consider babysitting or daycare center service. Another idea for Cancers is a handmade candle or handmade goods, period. You could literally make handmade candles that say something funky or something like inspirational or something loving. You can make a candle business dedicated to moms, specifically like, here's a candle, light this candle when you need a break, or here's a gift for a gift box for a candle gift box for a mother who is struggling with whatever, anxiety, with feeling overexhausted, or whatever the case may be. Make a homemade candle for moms or for people who need a little bit of extra love, right? Candles are just always a good business idea in general, but I feel like that works best for my Cancers. Or you could do a catering service, or you could be meal prepping at home where you make meal prep for families who simply just don't like cooking. Comment down below if you're a Cancer and you love to cook, or you've been told that you're a good cook, rather. If you specialize in making comfort foods or things that make people feel like they just ate a bite of a hug, that could be a really good business idea for you. Another thing that I'm thinking of is literally where you could start like a cafe, or you could start a coffee business where you sell coffees for people who like that cozy atmosphere at home, for someone who's looking for a coffee blend that they don't have to go out and buy every day. Those are just to name a few. Another one that I'm thinking of is if you want to create like a blanket or something, it's gotta be cozy, it's gotta be comforting, it's gotta be nurturing. Maybe you're doing self-care kits, right? You give a candle, a spa headband, maybe a body butter or body scrub, but it's Cancerian because it's nurturing. It's literally taking care of yourself, and you are taking care of someone by making this special self-care guide specifically for them. So think self-care, think family-oriented, think nurturing, think empathetic, and think love. Those are all things Cancerian. So thank you, Cancers. We're about to move on to our Leos. What's up, Leos? If you're a Leo, you're born between July 23rd and August 22nd. This is your portion of the video. So, my Leos, I love Leos. I literally love Leos so much. You are charismatic. You are creative. You are leadership oriented. You are the star of the room. When you walk into a room, it's all eyes on you, Leo. You don't got to tell me because I know. I'm one of y'all. But when you walk into a room, there's attention on you. You easily can captivate the room, right? You also have a very creative and charismatic nature to you, where people come to you for ideas. They look to you for, what should we do next? How should we do X, Y, and Z? Give me a new innovative idea as to how to do such and such thing. That's where Leos shine. Literally, you guys are the star. You are the sun. You shine. So let's find out a business idea for you, Leos. I'm thinking something where we're doing luxury fashion, right? You could create lookbooks for somebody. If somebody is into fashion, but they're not really good at finding the specific websites to shop for, or in-store websites where they can go in and try on outfits, I see luxury fashion designing and like lookbooks being a really good business idea for a Leo. I mean, we are very trendy. We can get into any look and make it look high end and make people want to wear it just because we're wearing it. So think about maybe doing lookbooks or style guides for someone. But my favorite suggestion for a Leo is a performance art or like dance studio, or something where people come to and there's all sorts of art forms. You could have paintings on the wall. There could be art going on in this space. There could be singing going on in this corner. I mean, it literally is a creative space for people to come to and create. Whether that's something that you can do physically or online, you could display your own talents. I'm pretty sure you could do something, Leo. I'm sure you're good at painting, singing, dancing, acting, drawing, something. Your business could be one of those few things. Another thing that I think of when I think of the Leo is I think of our hair. I think of a mane. Like if we take the Leo, which is interesting that this is behind me, but the lion is the animal for Leo. So when I think of Leos, I think of their mane. I think of how much effort you put into your hair and styling and making sure that your hair is presentable. And you're probably really good at doing hair. If not, I don't know. But I definitely think that doing like a hair company, somewhere where you're either styling hair or you are creating ideas for new hairstyles for the month, or you're on YouTube and you're literally just showing someone how you do X, Y, and Z. Say you're good at braiding, you're good at doing ponytails, sew-ins, weave, quick, whatever the case may be, dyeing hair colors. You could do tutorials where you teach someone how to take care of their hair. Or you specialize in natural hair. I mean, there's still a whole lot of natural girls out here. So something revolving hair, because I just think that hair is one thing that Leos specifically pay attention to. So those are a couple of business ideas. Creating a hair product or a hair product based business as well. So you don't have to do the service yourself. You don't even have to do tutorials. You can literally create a hair product that is geared towards natural hair, permed hair, all hair types. Whatever your hair type is, you could create a product for that. There's a lot of different YouTube videos on how to do so. Make sure you study YouTube University, Leo. But I think those are a few good business ideas for Leo. Comment down below if any of these resonated. If not, let me know. Let's move on to my sign. Virgo's in the building. Hey, Virgo. Hey, twin. If you are a Virgo, you are born on the days between August 23rd and September 22nd. What do they say about Virgos? What's not to love, right? We are the best zodiac sign. Shh, I'm biased. We are the organizers of the zodiac. We are the ultimate problem solvers. You heard it here first. I mean, literally, if you're a Virgo in your friend's life or your personal life, I'm pretty sure there's been a time where everyone comes to you for problem solving. That is what makes the Virgo unique. We have such a perfectionism driven personality, and I don't even like to say perfectionism because I feel like that is such a stereotype with Virgos. A lot of us think perfectionism is overrated, but your perfectionist streak is what makes you perfect for organizing and decision making and coaching and giving advice and talking to people in a way that helps them. Basically, we are literally a problem solver. So whether you want to write a book, whether you want to write a blog post, whether you want to be a proofreader, an editor for someone's blog post, or whether you want to help people through life, through wellness coaching, those are all businesses that a Virgo is going to thrive in. Communication, organizing, and problem solving. Pick a business. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be any of those businesses that I just mentioned earlier, but you find a way to fine tune it and get more detail specific with it. You got money in your pocket easy. Like I say, wellness coaching, that means like you are talking to people about how to do anything. You could be someone that they come to give advice from, or if you want to help someone organize their day-to-day schedule, even planning out their business. I mean, look at me. I get on YouTube all the time and I literally help you guys organize your life and plan things. That is literally that's where I thrive. So think of a planning business where you're helping people do, say you're into social media. You could help someone plan out their social media calendar, or you could literally do consulting. You can consult with people who are into social media, but they have no idea how to organize their life. That's where you're going to thrive at. But also writing. Think about starting a blog. If you're not into writing, think about doing it audio version where you do a podcast. But I definitely think that writing is a skill that Virgos naturally have that you could make money off of. You could write resumes for somebody. You could create captions for someone's Instagram business page. There are so many things that you could do with just simply writing. Think about it. Let me know. Comment down below if any of these resonated. Let's move on to Libras. Hey Libras, if your birthday is between September 23rd and October 22nd, you are a Libra. Welcome to your portion of this video. So what can we say about Libras? Libras are very charming. They have a really natural eye for beauty. You guys have the most loving and charming and balanced nature to you, right? So we're talking about balance, beauty, charm, and aesthetics. Don't forget the aesthetics. If you are a Libra, consider doing something where you are a wedding planner, or you have an art gallery or an art expo. Or you could do a jewelry or a fashion business. I feel like Libras very much have the eye for what looks good. So if you're good at planning out what looks good, create a business off of that. You could do nails, you could do hair, you could do painting, drawing, singing, acting. There are so many different things that a Libra can do for a business because of your beauty and artistry. There's like the limits are off the charts for what a Libra can do. But my recommendation would be something in the realm of fashion. So if you are into fashion designing, maybe you create a fashion designing business where you take an old sweater and you turn it into something completely new. I think that's called upcycling. Yeah, I think that's called upcycling. So maybe you could teach people how to sew. You could definitely open an art gallery. I feel like you have a really good eye for good art and what art makes how art can make people feel. So if you have an idea for seeing good art somewhere on the street and it's like somebody just tossed this out on the curb, maybe you take those old art pieces that you see and display them in an art gallery, and then you have a business because people are coming to look at art that someone tossed to the side. Maybe you paint over it and you turn it into something new. I said jewelry, didn't I? So let's talk about jewelry. You could do a bracelet business where you literally create bracelets that are custom for your client. And that's one of those businesses that I feel like will always thrive, because what girl doesn't love a good bracelet or a good bangle set? Bangles are starting to come back again. So you heard it here first. If you're into jewelry, think about making a bangle business, because bangles are making a big comeback. Let's do custom bangles with people's name initials on it, with their zodiac sign on it. So many different things you can do. But I did say wedding planner first. The reason why I say wedding planner is because there is an immense amount of artistry and beauty and balance that goes into planning a wedding. So you could be a florist for the wedding planner. You could literally work alongside the florist to help articulate where the flowers are going to be arranged at, where they look the best at, what colors look the best based on what the bride and the groom is wearing. Those are just a few ideas, but like I said, singing, dancing, creating online with art in any form is going to be a business where you thrive in. So if you like to sing, you don't have to show your face. You can literally flip this camera up and sing off camera. People will love it because you have a beautiful voice. If you are into songwriting, but you've never produced music before, maybe you could show your creative process of how do you come up with a song. If you're into poetry, poetry will be another good artistry for a Libra. All of these things you can do, and you can create a business for them, whether or not it's something you're physically doing or you're just teaching and sharing it online. It is a business because it's going to make money. It's going to monetize. So that's what I'm thinking about for my Libras. If you like that, go ahead and comment down below which idea stuck out to you. If not, you can always let me know. I can redo your section. But let's move on to Scorpios. So my Scorpios, if you're born between October 23rd or November 21st, you are a Scorpio. What can we say about Scorpios? Scorpios, you are what they like to say the most intense and mysterious of the zodiacs. So we're thinking edgy. We're thinking something that is mysterious and mystical. So let's stick with mysterious and mystical for right now. That is your power. That is what draws people to you, is the fact that they can't quite figure you out, but they're so intrigued they want to know more. So let's think about how you can use a mythical and mysterious edge to create a business. What I would recommend is doing something where there are crystals involved, whether that is sharing what crystal works best for which energy you need, or if someone is into designing crystal grids where you talk about, we like amethyst for this, and we use tiger's eye for this, and we use black agate for this, we use pyrite for this. You could literally come up with guides for how crystals can work with your energy, teach people about what crystals mean, how to use them in their day-to-day life. But then going off of that, let's talk about tarot. I know there are a lot of Scorpios watching this that are like, I want to do something that is related to tarot. This is your sign to start that tarot channel, start doing those tarot readings, and even just teaching. One thing about a Scorpio, people are going to be drawn to your magnetism. So if you're teaching about crystals, if you're talking about tarot, if you are even like me, I love astrology. Teaching about astrology and talking about how the stars are connected to literally everything. You could tell people about these things in a way that has them intrigued because they're interested in learning about it already. But then your energy on top of that, you already got it. You could do astrology chart readings. I know a lot of people are into getting their birth charts read. You could do numerology. There's so many different things that a Scorpio could do. I like the idea of doing something where you teach people about how to do shadow work. And if you're not familiar with shadow work, it's basically where you are taking the things that you feel like you need to work on, but they're a little bit, I'm not really sure if this is a box that I want to open right now. You could tell people, like, if you don't open that box, this is where you're going to be stuck. This is where you're not going to progress, and this is why life will not unfold in a beautiful way for you, because you have these things that you need to work on. You could do shadow work journal prompts. You could create a journal where it's like, I got this tarot reading. What do I feel like about this tarot reading? How do I write down my thoughts about what that tarot reading was? Or I'm into this crystal. Let me talk about what this crystal has helped me with, or how to use it in my personal life. Journals, shadow work, uncovering the hidden behind ourselves, or talking about something that's more taboo. Those are businesses where Scorpios will thrive. Hey Sagittarius, it is Sag season. Happy birthday to all my Sagittarius clicking on this video. If you're born between November 22nd and December 21st, you are a Sagittarius. So what can we say about Sagittarius is they are the travelers of the zodiac. They are into adventure, wonder, and higher knowledge, and very much freedom oriented as well. So what I can think about for Sagittarius, as soon as I saw the Sagittarius word in my head, I'm thinking travel vlogs. Even if you yourself aren't traveling, think of top 10 places to visit when you go to Aruba or when you go to Cuba or when you travel to Puerto Rico. Top 10 restaurants to visit when you go to these places, or what you can learn about the culture of visiting certain different places around the world. You guys love adventure and freedom. So I think of travel. I think of teaching someone how to gain more wisdom and knowledge from a certain area, or literally just teaching. Teaching in any realm is a great idea for a Sagittarius. So I think that if you were to do a coaching business or being a travel guide or doing travel vlogs, that is something where Sagittarius will thrive. You could also do like a tutoring service where you teach a different language. Comment down below if you're a Sagittarius and you speak more than 2 languages. Curious to know. But yeah, like I was saying, your passion for exploration and learning are going to be things that you can absolutely use to expand and build a business on it. A lot of people don't like to take the time to learn. Sagittariuses, you guys love learning. So if there's a topic out there somewhere that you're interested in and you already just spend so much time researching on it, get on YouTube, get on TikTok, Instagram, whatever, and teach about it. 5 fun facts about the solar system, or 10 different ways you can travel on a budget. Things like that. Those are going to be areas where you completely will open up a new realm of success for yourself, because other people are not so much geared towards it, but a Sagittarius, y'all got it on lock. So those are my business ideas for a Sagittarius. It's going to be traveling. It's going to be outdoors. It's going to be adventures. It's definitely going to be where realm of learning and teaching yourself new things or teaching other new things. So comment down below if you resonated with any of those ideas. Now let's get on to the Capricorn. Hey Capricorns, if your birthday is between December 22nd and January 19th, you are a Capricorn. Let's talk about my Caps, because I love a good Capricorn. Me and Capricorns, yeah, y'all the ones for me. So if you're a Capricorn, you have the more corporate setup. You have a very sophisticated personality, but you're also ambitious and driven. So let's talk about my ambitious and driven Capricorns. You are all about strategy, success, financing, planning, structure, and expansion. You like to make things that are small, make them grow. And finances and money is one way to do that. So when I think about a Capricorn, I think about real estate. I really do think about real estate. You will excel when you are talking about buying a home, financing property, literally anything where you're talking about money. I feel like that is where you're going to thrive, because money is something that comes so naturally to you guys. You handle your finances very well. You're very money driven. You are very money minded, where you know how to make money and you can teach others how to do the same thing. So you could start a financing planning firm, or you could teach people how to budget. I just had a gem for y'all, because teaching people how to budget in 2025 is going to be where you make the most money. Now, we already know we're in a really hard economic place across the world. So if you start 2025 off where you're talking about strategy and success tips to planning your finances for the month, and you can go month by month talking about tips and tricks to how to budget and finance properly, that is going to be a business idea for you. I'm telling you right now. You could create a finance tracker, whether that's a journal. You could literally write your most favorite financing tips and now create a video talking about them. Or you could talk about buying a home. You could teach people the best ways to find real estate in 2025. The realm opens up for you guys, because we're talking about money. All I'm going to recommend to you guys is to do something surrounding making money or being productive. So if you know that you have a routine every single day, you follow your structure every single day to a T, you get up at this time, you go to sleep at this time, and everything in between, do daily vlogs where you talk about my most 5 productive ways to start my day, or things I do before 6 a.m. that lead me to success. Those are video ideas that I feel like really will work well for you. And any video that you can create an ebook doing the same exact thing. So Capricorns, talk about productivity, finance, and real estate, or working in a corporate world. Those are definitely ideas for you. Now let's move on to Aquarius. Hey Aquarius. If your birthday is between January 20th and February 18th, you are an Aquarius. Oh my God. I love Aquarius because you guys have such an innovative, futuristic, and very techie, very social media, very computerized, very futuristic mindset. So Aquarius is, what can't you do? You are the innovator of the zodiac sign. All I know from my Aquarius is your business needs to be ahead of the curve. It needs to be something that I haven't mentioned before in any of the other zodiac signs that I talked about, or it needs to be something that is a tech startup or app development or social media gear, something where you're advancing people with technology or teaching them how to do something eco-friendly, or like learning something that is new, unique, and it's very visionary. You have to do something where it takes something old and makes it new, because Aquarius is, you guys innovate, you create, you come up with new, and you transform the way we think about things. So if you're into astrology, I feel like astrology would be a really good knack for Aquariuses. You could do a, you could literally create like a how to use your zodiac sign for success guidebook, or you could make YouTube videos where you're talking about each different zodiac sign and how they can start their day based on your zodiac sign, or how you can, what type of workforce you need to be in if you are said zodiac. Like literally what I'm doing right now, this is a very Aquarius mindset that I'm doing for this specific video, because we're talking about zodiac signs and businesses. Like, where have you seen that on YouTube? So prayerfully this video does well. But whether you're talking about how to use your iPhone to be more productive, how to use social media as a tool to grow your business, whatever it is, it has to be innovative, and it has to give, this has not been done before. Okay. Think of your most wildest business idea. Take something that people are already doing and flip it, make it new and innovative. You're going to be successful. I guarantee you. And moving right along to the last zodiac sign, we're talking to my Pisces. So if you're born between February 19th and March 20th, you are a Pisces. So let's talk about the dreamy, creative, and visionary Pisces. For my Pisces, let's just get into it. It has to be artistry. It has to be wellness. It has to be health. It has to be compassion, learning, loving, the dream. Literally anything that you dream of doing, just do it. I don't care if it's something I already talked about for these zodiac signs. If it is your dream, you need to bring it down and manifest it into reality, because your artistry and your compassion for anything that you do, for teaching people, for helping people, for loving people, for creating in general, whether you're doing a handmade jewelry shop, whether you're painting, doing a clay studio where you create different clay art, or you teach people how to use herbs for their wellness. There are so many different things that a Pisces can do, because I can take my dream and I can manifest it into reality because I have an art form that I can do it in. I don't care what it is. A Pisces can make a clay model look like something you saw on a shelf at a art gallery. So whether you want to create poetry, whether you want to sing, dance, journal, make handmade jewelry, make body jewelry, you can literally make hair jewelry. You could do, I'm telling you, you can make tapestries. You could do macrame. You could do crocheting. You can do anything that requires you to make art. That will be a business for you. So, like I said, dancing, singing, painting, sketching, creating maybe like what is that? What is it called? What is it called? Oh, even candles. Candles is a good business idea for Pisces as well. But you can create handmade blankets, handmade anything. I feel like people will love it because it's creative, it is artistic, and it's done by you. So they're going to love it regardless. Make sure that you're using your wellness as well. So if you're into taking care of your mind, body, spirit, and health, maybe you're doing like workout routines for someone who is into yoga, or you're doing self-care tips for someone who is into using the chakras. Look, I'm telling you right now, take your creativity and make it soar. Okay, do not let your overly dreamy personality not be able to manifest it into reality. So make sure that you comment down below and let me know if any of those ideas resonated with you guys. But now that we've gotten through all 12 of the signs, there you have it. Those are 12 amazing. I'm pretty sure this is way more than 12. So basically what I want you guys to remember is the stars are literally just a guide. You are born under a certain zodiac sign for a reason. There are traits of your zodiac sign that fit very well into all these business ideas that I just now named for you guys. I really feel like this is where you're going to make the magic happen, is if you Take what you're naturally good at and what aligns best with you based on the stars, and you let it speak to you. You get creative, you use what you know, and you just be yourself. Very much be yourself type of video. So let me know if any of these ideas spoke to you guys, if you found them interesting. I know this video was a little bit different, but I was interested in it and I was curious to see if I hit it on the head. If I hit it on the head, make sure you thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel for more, and comment down below and let me know if these spoke to you. And if they did, I would love to know so I can make a part 2. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see y'all in the next one. Love you guys. Peace.